Hey guys, how's it going? My name is McToast and welcome back to WWE SuperCard. As you can see, we are playing Survivor Series. I said that I would get a video out on Survivor Series, and I'm trying to do good on that promise to get a video out on Survivor Series before the Macho Man event ends. If you're watching this way down the line after the Macho Man event is long gone, still stick around. I'm not just going to talk about that event. But we're basically just going to kind of go through a game, and I'm going to illustrate what I'm doing, what works for me, and I win with relative frequency. I think one of the biggest tips that I give anytime I make a Survivor Series video is that you're not going to win every single time. Far from it, actually. You are so much more likely to lose, even if you're doing everything right, than you are to win. So right here, I just won my first round. That's a great step in the right direction, but that doesn't really mean anything super big going forward. Um, as far as ratio of win-loss, I think when you play Survivor Series, especially if there's a collectible event going on like the Randy Savage event right now, it doesn't really matter if you get second or if you get fifth, as long as you're getting some of those collectibles or as long as you're getting some of those rarity draft picks if you're watching this after collectibles are gone, that's what you're playing this game mode for. You're obviously playing to win. Let me get that straight. If you win, you get a card of your tier. It's one of the easiest ways to get a card of your tier, and you get a rarity draft pick as well. So we're trying to win. But realistically, not every game is going to result in the win. If you're doing everything right, if you're doing your absolute best to play with the highest likelihood of you coming out on top, that's all you can really ask for. That's all you can really do. So right here in my opening hand, I ended up getting a Cruz del Toro Pro. I got two of the same cruises in the opening hand, which was really nice. And then my first opponent gave me a Cruz del Toro card too. So we have a nice little F1 right here if we don't get a Pro in our second round. So what I did earlier was I got rid of the Ilya Dragunov card because I had three up arrows, or three yellow arrows, I should say, and two blue arrows. And I'm probably going to do that again here. Braun is slightly weaker overall than Bobby, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Braun. And not the end of the world, we get a Carlito in return. He's at least decent in speed and charisma. Toughness and speed, I know that my Cruz del Toro card is super strong in toughness and speed, so I'm just going to send it. I'm going to go ahead, use my pro here. We should win this, because Ilya is not strong in toughness particularly. Yeah, so boom. One of the biggest things that I can tell you is if you play Survivor Series enough, you'll become familiar with the cards in the various pools of possible cards that you can play Survivor Series with. So whether that be the Royal Rumble 24 males, the WrestleMania 40 females, the Enigma cards, you come to learn like their strengths and their weaknesses. That's really important. You really do need to play off of that, especially in high like leverage situations. So this isn't a high leverage situation at all. I already won this round, but as you see, Cruz del Toro's ability just procced, right? And he got extra toughness and extra speed. So that means those are his two strongest attributes, and so whenever I see a toughness speed like fight come up, that's when I want to use Cruz del Toro. That's one of the best things you can do is play to your card strengths as much as humanly possible. You could have a super duper strong, say I got this Cruz del Toro to F3, right? All in this Survivor Series, but then it's a matchup of power. I'm not going to use the Cruz del Toro card in that matchup of power. It doesn't make sense to do that because his power is so low that, a regular Bobby Lashley pro will just wreck his day, and that's no good. So right here, similar-ish situation, I'm probably just going to go ahead and get rid of the Carlito. One thing that you can do and you can be aware of is when you get a card that isn't from your original pool of cards, like this Carlito, you can hang on to it. You're more likely to pull that pro later on, but I feel like it's early enough in the Survivor Series run that it's not the biggest deal if I get rid of this Carlito card, especially because he's one of the weakest in the pool. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about knowing your card's strengths and weaknesses. Um, Cards are strong and they're weak. Like, you're gonna see throughout your time playing that, okay, Cruz del Toro is not nearly as strong as Drew McIntyre overall. So you come to be aware of stuff like that, and it is nice. It's a little rewarding. So right here, I'm kind of in a weird spot. I'm gonna just go ahead and use a regular pro, or not pro, a regular. Oh, I did use my pro. Whatever. I think I ran out of time and the game played for me. Not the end of the world. Not the best thing ever because he probably has at least one pro in his back pocket, and I have no more pros this round. So that's far from ideal. We might lose this round because we only have the one pro. So there his first. Hopefully he only has the one. If he doesn't, we might be in trouble. Male solo in power. Yeah, he does have two pros. That's unfortunate. Because I didn't get a pro on my second go through, and I only got the fortification one for the Cruz del Toro card. I ended up losing that round there. That's unfortunate, but once again, not the end of the world. Early losses suck, but they're not like uber detrimental. This run so far isn't particularly fantastic. You definitely want two pros by the end of round three. That is not what I have right now, so that's a bummer. But we're gonna keep playing. You know, I'm not gonna cherry pick a like, oh, this is a Survivor Series that I did really, really well in, and these are going to be the tips that I tell people because it looks like I know what I'm doing. It's you gotta take the good with the bad. And you know, we're 2-1 right now. We have a decent shot of making it pretty far into this, and especially for the event, like 3 crown tokens is solid. Even 2 crown tokens is fine. So right here we do have a Angel Garza that we just pulled from the pool of cards, like in our little inventory thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go ahead and get rid of the Santos Escobar card because he is weaker than Drew McIntyre and he's a down arrow. We already have 2 down arrows, so even if there is a tag team match, and we got a buy. That's awesome. Buys are very, very good. Super nice to to get one of those every now and again, and it's a testament to how much of a luck-based game mode Survivor can be. I've had games where I have 3 or 4 buys in a row, and it's just like, well, here's your crown, sir. You know, everyone else was fighting in the trenches, and you were just sitting there waiting for the round to be over. So I will be back very shortly, but we're gonna take this buy in stride. That's really good for us. We're looking up. Very nice. I love buys. They make Survivor Series significantly easier. There we go. We didn't need to lose right there because we're probably not going to win that round with only 1 pro, and we have our second pro, so that's nice. Right here, we're just going to have to get rid of this other Braun Breaker card. There's no reason to hang on to it. It is a decent card. It's very strong in power and toughness, but I don't have the other one, so it's not even very likely that I'm going to get the pro, so I'll just kind of be sitting on a blue arrow that kind of throws a wrench in my up and down arrow plot. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of Braun here. We're going to hang on to Santos because he at least tags with Drew and Cruz, and hopefully they just send a yellow arrow over our way. That would be nice. If they don't, we might be out of luck very soon. But we're gonna keep doing. We're gonna keep chugging. What I have come to learn in regards to the specifics of certain cards is that they all kind of average out a little bit in Survivor. Like yes, Drew McIntyre is incredibly strong in power and charisma, but he only beats Cruz del Toro in power and charisma, you know? So it's not the end of the world to use the weaker cards like the ones I have right here. Yeah, would I prefer to have the Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre Prode because those cards are just objectively stronger? Absolutely. Of course I would. But not the biggest deal. Right here, we did not get a up arrow, so that's unfortunate. We're not going to get another pro. So, but two is okay. We can try to big brain people, but we would have definitely loved 3 right there. We'll go ahead and use Cruz. There's no way he beats this card. Toughness and speed with F1. It's just knowing your cards like that. Even if he threw out a pretty strong pro, it really wouldn't have mattered. If you ever get a matchup where it's like both of your cards' strongest attributes, it can generally only be beaten by a card of the same like variety, the same strong attributes, but that's just stronger, or like another version of themselves with their ability procs. So yeah. Example of that would be like if you have an Akira Tozawa pro and he's strong in speed and charisma, and you're like, oh cool, speed and charisma matchup, I'm gonna throw Akira out there, and then they throw out a Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins just obliterates Akira because he's just stronger overall. That's a decent example of that. All right, cool. So we're gonna pull a Santos from our pool of cards. I don't even know what to call this. I don't know. Pool of cards is what I'm going to go with. And we're going to have to get rid of Drew, which is wildly unfortunate because that's a very strong card. And we have no one to win a power matchup, which is not good. But we gotta get our pro where we can take him. This guy's probably going to ruin my life right now. If he's 4-1, I'm like a fraud 4-1 right now. I have 2 pros through 5 rounds. Yeah, 2 pros through 5 rounds with 1 fortification. Not great. But we're gonna keep chugging here. That's nice. That'll be a nice little boost to our Angel Garza in 2 rounds probably, because we're gonna have to pro that Santos first. Right here, I'm gonna see if I can put my money where when my mouth is. Cruz del Toro, toughness and speed. As far as I know, no one else in this pool can beat him in toughness and speed straight up. Cool, and especially he's fortification 1. Yeah, we just kind of cooked that Santos Escobar card. Awesome. Angel Garza, we're just gonna have to take a shot here. This is Angel's strongest attribute, as you can see, 1651. It's the best we can do, and we don't have cards to tag with. And cool, heck yeah, we got really lucky there. Once again, Survivor Series, all about luck. It really is. But there are things that I'm doing to try to put myself in the best position possible to get these wins. Another thing that I've been sitting on is I have my super move. Don't play Survivor if you want to win without your super move. Very rarely have I played a game without my super move, not used it, never like got it during the run and actually won a game of Survivor. It's just really hard to do. So yeah, it's really important to have your super move. It's gonna come into play very shortly. We're getting into the oh crap, I got a super move territory. So yeah, we're kind of clutching up right where it matters. Like our third pro right here, they all tag with each other. That's really nice. Whatever we get right here, we're sending away because we gotta enhance our Angel Garza pro, and that's how we're looking. So yeah, I mean this isn't completely out of the picture. It's going significantly better than I thought it was gonna go. I'll tell you that. That buy really did help us giving us that Angel Garza Pro when we should have probably lost that round because we only had the Cruise Pro at that time. It is nice. So we're just gonna keep chugging here. Go ahead and get rid of that Carlito card. It never did come back to bite me. I never drew it again. Sending that card away earlier, so not too bummed out about that. Ugh, I don't I don't know what the play is here. I'm just gonna send it and use Angel Garza. Yeah, I kind of thought so. That's Angel's secondary strongest stat is charisma. So, it wasn't the worst idea in the world, but it wasn't the best idea in the world to do that. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna kind of be the worst. So I'm gonna try to win this round for sure. Let's see, do I win this round for sure? I do win this round for sure. I'm gonna use both of my pros. And you would think like, oh, dude, you just sold this round, right? Now I'm gonna super move this poor guy. My biggest tip to you with using your super move, save it for the latter rounds. Don't use your super move unless you are saving yourself from elimination very late into the game, or you are firmly eliminating someone. Like this guy right here. Oh, very good job by him. That's a really good job, and he's styling on me. Good for him. Right there, most people won't do what he just did and super move when you have a pro out there. Um, so right there, he actually pulled a really good play, but now I know that he doesn't have a super move, I don't have a super move, and so that's good. We want to fight this guy again because we don't want to fight someone with a super move. It is super important. You saw right there, I did get styled on. I didn't really have a choice. I kind of had to super move there. If I super move and eliminate him, it's a 1v1. I have 6 wins and 1 loss. This guy's 5-2, and he clutched up right there. That was really smart by him. That's really, really heads up. So right here, we're going to continue on with our fortification process. And to make things easier on myself, I'm just going to enhance the Angel Garza card so I can still have 2 tag teams, right? I can go down arrow, up arrow, down arrow, up arrow, and we're going to send Bobby Lashley away. Right here, I would love a buy. If they give me a buy, we have a very, very good shot at winning. If not, ooh, because it is really a 1 in 3 shot at this point. It's pretty much up to the matchups that we get individually. Like if I fight that guy that had the Drew McIntyre Pro, oh my God, I got the buy. If I fight the guy that had the Drew McIntyre Pro, if he got a power matchup, I'd just be obliterated. So yeah, what we want right here is we want Mad Max here, Tamatonga's guy, to win, because we don't know if Wix has a super move or not, and it's harder to play around not knowing. So yeah, I do want to see this guy again, not for pride or anything like that. It's just we know that he doesn't have a super move, and that's really nice for us. So yes, be right back. Okay, so unfortunately, our op from last round did not win. Mad Max ended up losing to Wix, so we don't know if we're gonna run into a super move right now or not. Not great. But considering that Mad Max didn't have a super move and Wix possibly did, it is in the realm of possibility that Wix used it to beat Mad Max, and so now we'd just be going straight up. But every once in a while, you'll just get super moved in the last round. There's nothing you can really do about it. But I mean, this run wasn't particularly awesome. It was, I didn't get the strongest cards of the WrestleMania 40 pool of cards by any means. I'd even lost on my super move, and yet I'm gonna finish in at least second place. So, not very bad. Okay. How do I want to play this? How do I want to play this? I only have 1 tag team, so I do need to try to win this match, but if he has a Carlito card, I'm kind of just cooked because that card's charisma is super high. So we're just gonna send it, hope for the best. Oh, okay, Drew McIntyre F1 Pro, I didn't even think about that. That's good though, that means that if there's a power matchup, we still have a shot. Okay, charisma again. Santos has to go up here because we have to have somebody that tags, and hopefully Cruz can pull it out. But yeah, okay, he had the Carlito as well. So there it is. Second place, not the worst thing in the world, especially for the Macho Man event. 3 solid crowns right there. Ah, we might have won. Did he have 4 pros? I do want to see if he had 4 pros or not. He did have 4 pros. Okay, we still probably would have won this matchup. This, but the charisma matchups. Oh no, we didn't. Damn, this guy's just goaded. The Charisma matchup sucked. We did okay. I mean, all things considered, we did okay. We got lucky with the buys, we got a high placement, and it is really a testament to this game mode. Survivor Series is luck based in part. You know, getting those two buys really catapulted me up because my deck was pretty overall. But I mean, second place finish for not that much effort, not the worst thing in the world, and especially getting pretty solid rewards as well as the 3 crown tokens, which is what matters to me right now. It's the only reason I play Survivor nowadays. You know, back in the collector series times, I would play it just to try to get wins. That was a nightmare because it was just like if you don't win, you lose. If you ain't first, you're last, and that was not pleasant. But right here, pretty decent result for a okay attempt. And yeah, so there we go. There's a solid game of Survivor Series displaying the good, the bad, what I look for. Mainly super move, use your knowledge of the cards that you're getting, and just kind of familiarize yourself with the game mode. You'll get better the more you play, I promise you. And as you can see right here, I'm almost at 200. I'm almost there. It hasn't been that big of a grind actually. I don't know why I'm complaining, and we still have like a week. But I cannot wait to get my hands on this card, dude. I love the Macho Man. It's so sick that this is an event. And if you're watching this after the event, you remember it? If you did, nice. If not, it's unfortunate that you missed it. Alright, guys, that's all I got for you today. Hopefully, you guys find some success in Survivor Series going forward, huh? Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.